I actually started here in high school. I was hired as an intern initially. I was coming for like 2 hours a day after school. Now I am a full-time customer service rep. I have definitely moved on up. I've been here for about 10 years now. It was actually provided through my school. I was taking a class that was finding jobs and they needed like just an assistant. I was hired to do some data entry, some spreadsheets, like some fabric bookmaking, and yeah, went from there. Definitely the people by far. We have a great group here. We all work well together and I feel like we all have the same mindset, so it's just easy to get along with everybody. Siftex has given me pretty much everything since I started here when I was a child. They've really just shown me everything because I've gotten to do kind of a mix of each department. They do cross-training for each department as well, so you get a feel for what every single department is doing, and then you can sort of piece together how it all works together as well, so you have a better understanding of it all. They've definitely taught me a lot about the industry itself because I came in here knowing absolutely nothing, and Carly has been an absolute godsend, so she's completely amazing. Just tutor for all of us, and she's taught us a lot of what we know.
I started at Siftex about 4.5 years ago, going on 5 in May, and I started out as a seamstress and slowly was promoted to sewing department supervisor. I was promoted to be sewing department supervisor by Caddy, who saw the potential in me to be able to take on this challenge in the department, and she paid for my education, and a lot of training went involved, and she handed me basically the opportunity to be able to challenge myself and grow professionally as the sewing department supervisor. My favorite thing about working at Siftex is the company incentives, is how much the company cares for their employees. They do monthly lunches, bonuses, little gifts for the employees, and I really love that because I can come in and give 150 to 200% of my effort and know that the company won't ignore my efforts, and they'll see the hard work I put into it, and they'll definitely give that back double, and they're very grateful. So I'm very grateful to work here. That's my favorite thing about Siftex. Siftex has contributed to my growth both personally and professionally. Again, I started here as a seamstress. Caddy, my manager, she saw the growth and potential that I had in me to become the sewing department supervisor, and she paid for my education, my certification courses that I've taken here, gave me the opportunity to take on the challenge and become the sewing department supervisor. It's not an opportunity I take lightly. I love my job and I love how I'm always getting the training that I need to grow and continue growing and developing professionally.
So I started at Siftex actually only 3 months ago, so I'm one of the newest employees, but I started doing the CAD design. Caddy actually found me, I think through Indeed. She just sent me a message and I came in, interviewed, we had a really good talk and stuff. They really liked me, so I came on. I really like it here, but yeah, I haven't been here too long. Well, I think my favorite thing about working at Siftex is the fact that I kind of get to see the start to finish of the product, that I get to start at the very idea of it, and then we get to see how it fully comes together to the point of basically sending it out ourselves. I like being able to see in actuality and be able to hold the things that I design on the computer. Is kind of a cool process. I would say the way that it's contributed to my growth, even in the short amount of time that I've been here, I've been able to learn a lot of things that maybe I wouldn't be able to learn if I was part of a different company that maybe, you know, had things more individualized. I've got to learn so many different facets of the job already. Like, even though I haven't done the welding and things, I've been able to see how that's done. I've been able to see the process, as well as learn some of like the sales techniques, just because everything is so close together in the company. I get to see kind of all the different facets of it. I'm not locked to my one position.
Mi trayectoria profesional, yo empecé llamando a los clientes, verificando sus contactos y sus emails y número de teléfono, y ahora yo trabajo en entrar órdenes y facturas y mantener un buen servicio al cliente. Pues lo que más me gusta trabajando aquí es obviamente las personas, la gente con la cual yo trabajo todos los días. Siempre trabajamos con una sonrisa y nos llevamos todos muy bien. Yo aquí en Siftex he logrado desarrollarme bastante y Siftex siempre me ha apoyado en todo lo que yo hago.
My favorite thing about working at Siftex is definitely the people and the culture we've built. It's a very nice place to work at. We all care about each other and we're all a family here. I've been at Siftex for going on 2.5 years. I've always been a welder. I got hired on as a welder and my journey has been pretty good. I've always felt valued and appreciated and comfortable in my role here. Most people who come to Siftex to work here don't really have a great knowledge of what we do because we're pretty specialized, but we're really good at teaching and we're really good at patience and quality over quantity always. When I started, I didn't know anything about welding, I didn't know anything about sewing, and I've learned a lot about both. Both. So professionally, I've certainly gotten more consistent and I've put more pride in myself as a person and in my skill set. But personally, I've definitely also grown relationships with people who work here and gotten better about my own state of mind and my own pride in how I carry myself just through working here.
So I've been here at Siftex for about 2.5 years, and I started as a welder here. I went here for design, ended up trying the welding and loving the trade, and once I grew through the company, I was promoted into this position here to now kind of control all of the planning as well as, making sure the jobs get on time. My favorite thing about working with Siftex is not only just the satisfaction of getting the job done on time and done well with quality, but also just the actual atmosphere here at the company to where, we work with the people we love to work with, we all get along, and it really does make the job go by that much quicker and that much more efficient as well. Siftex has contributed a lot to my growth, actually. Coming from somebody who is joining a job at the minimum because of the COVID recently, it was years ago. But I joined in after COVID, and Siftex helped me grow by showing me leadership and letting me adapt as well as figuring out the work myself. I've been to multiple trainings that were provided by Siftex to help me become a better supervisor. It's helped me become a lot more decisive in making decisions.